a new stream, I forgot I have to set 3 things before the stream. And if you don't set them, then you just lose out. There's no way to go set them afterwards. So I just had to end the stream and go back and set those 3 features properly and then come back on again. It's the only way to do it. So I am going to be stopping and grabbing a drink up here at the Circle K. Other than that, we're driving across from the Buckingham area through Tice and through Fort Myers, through North Fort Myers, and then ending up over in Cape Coral. Should be about a 35 minute drive. I'll keep you guys with me. And we're out in the sticks right now. I'm out at my family's house. I just left there. Been helping them with some internet problems they're having. And I'm heading back towards town right now. Like I said, I just mostly want to test this equipment. I like to be able to make sure it's working and get you guys to let me know what it looks like on your end. And then later I can go home and I can go back and watch it. Tonight on our studio show at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to, my feature tonight is going to be Stargate SG-1. I'm going to, we'll do all the breaking news, we'll do the tropics, we'll do the seismic monitors, the volcanoes, we'll do all the science stuff. You know me in earth science, we're going to do it. But then after we get done with that, we're going to get into science fiction. And tonight, we're going to talk about the most underrated science fiction franchise ever to exist. I'm talking about something that's just about every bit as good as Star Trek, something that is absolutely amazing, something that at the time was set in current day, but yet is still very sci-fi, and that's Stargate SG-1. And we'll also talk about the spin-offs, Stargate Atlantis and Stargate Universe. And they were both definitely worth watching as well. As a matter of fact, Atlantis became really good too. So there's a lot of good sci-fi here. And we're talking 17 seasons of sci-fi. We're talking 300 or 400 outings, including movies and episodes, and it's not nearly as big as the Star Trek franchise, which is like at 900 plus outings, but still, it is definitely the second largest sci-fi franchise. If you count outings, you count hours, you count money, you count anything, it's pretty much number 2. And of course, people will immediately argue that Star Wars is number 1, but as we know, when it comes to the actual size of franchises, Star Wars is about number 3. And number 2 happens to be Stargate. This was a show that started on Showtime. As a matter of fact, the first few episodes have brief nudity. And that had to be removed when it was put on network television. The rest of it was made for network television. And then eventually made for the Sci-Fi Channel, and became a Sci-Fi Channel program. And so the franchise has been around a long time. I believe it ran for a total of 15 or 16 years. There was a couple of overlaps between Atlantis and SG-1, where I think they were both in production for, I think, 1 year at the same time. You sit there and you wait for cars to come, but then you realize they're driving like half the speed limit. So anyway, yeah, tonight we're going to talk about Stargate SG-1. And I'll tell you, if you're a Star Trek fan, or even a Star Wars fan, or if you like the new Battlestar Galactica, or even the old Battlestar Galactica, but you've never given Stargate a chance, I might change your mind tonight. I'm going to try. Because in my opinion, it's the second best. It is definitely almost every bit as good as Star Trek. And, the writing, the acting, the directing, the music, the sets, it's all just an amazing show. And Richard Dean Anderson, we'll talk about that tonight. That's going to be our feature tonight after we do all the current live news, traffic, and weather. All right, guys, I'm going to stop right here. I got to run in this Circle K and grab a drink. I'm parched. and then we'll resume our drive. I will keep the camera on, and I'll just be stepping out of the car for just a second, and run inside and grab me a drink, and then I'm going to press on. Circle K. I like Circle K. They used to have the 79-cent Polar Pops, and that was a big deal. They don't now. They're like $1 or something now, but it's still cheaper than most places. All right, I'll be right back. I love having the camera. My headlights look like they're blinking. That's that LED. All right, I'll be right back. Take it easy. We'll see you later. Well, that was an interesting discussion. I'm very social when I go in places, and that man was having a discussion with the clerk inside. Very nice lady worked inside, and he said, "I hate the fact that they've got all these automated things now, because Circle K now has an automated checkout thing, and I just did an automated checkout for my drink." And this guy hates the automated checkout. He hates the fact that Walmart just has their people watching us check out now instead of checking us out. And I told the guy, I said, I disagree with you, because I said, here's my thing. Back when I had to rely on Walmart to hire a bunch of slow-ass people to come in and check me out, I used to have to wait in line for 20 or 25 minutes. I said, since they went to 90% self-checkout, and they went to the new self-checkout center, and they reorganized everything and all that, I don't have a problem anymore. I have not waited in line at Walmart in 3 months. I have not waited for one moment to check out in Walmart. So I understand the argument. It sucks that machines are taking over and this and that and the other thing. But let me tell you something. The machine and me check out quicker than the people that didn't show up for work at Walmart. So I sometimes believe that the best thing for me to do when it comes to Walmart, I like the self checkout. I'm quicker than they are. In fact, I'm very fast. And I've had several of the people that work there over the last year and a half joke with me, hey, you want a job? Because I literally am very fast. And I know just how to do it. I line my labels up, I bag everything right. I do, and the point is I would rather check out myself and be in control of my own destiny. Because if you're not checking out yourself, you're not in control of your own destiny. All right, let's see. Billy, hey, welcome in. I think you're the only person I see in so far. I don't know, the title must not have went through, I guess, but we are in Fort Myers. I left Buckingham just a little while ago, and I'm coming into East Fort Myers now. We just went underneath I-75, and just rained here not long ago, and we've got rain moving through the area on and off throughout the day. We're in a little bit of a strange weather pattern right now. Normally this time of year, it gets really hot, and then about 4 o'clock we get big storms. But sometimes we get this, it's more of a tropical day, where we've got low pressure sitting out in the Gulf, and it's actually feeding in a little bit more unstable weather. So instead of one round of really big storms or 2 rounds of moderate storms, today we're going to get 6 or 7 rounds of light to moderate storms. And so it's more of a tropical thing and less of a big, huge thunderstorm thing. This is Palm Beach Boulevard. We went this way last night. We were coming the other way. I do an evening show, so most of my folks don't know that I'm even on right now. But that's okay. I'm mostly just testing right now, but I am checking the chat room as I can. And if you put something in there, I will talk about it. Like I said, we go live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Starship Adventures for the Sights and Sounds of Earth, which is a news and science show that I do 6 nights a week. News and science. What I did was, instead of news and politics, I took the politics out and put the science in. It's more fun. All right, and that's pretty much that. We're pretty much out of Tice now, and we are in East Fort Myers. We just passed into the city limits. Down here in Florida, you can tell the green street signs are city and the blue street signs are county. And so you can tell if this end of the road is county or city. See Adams Avenue right there was a green sign. I know it's the city. And the way we remember that is it's the opposite of the police uniforms. The sheriff wears green, but the city signs are green, so it's the opposite. But see, now we're in the city. There's marsh. Everything's in the city now. It's all green. Just a few seconds ago, all the street signs were blue. It's something most people don't notice. And down here, orange street signs are private roads. So there's 3 colors. This area has been hit by a number of storms, 3 of which brought water up to this road here. Flooded my work, flooded my mom's home 3 times. That's the 520, the calling channel. My throat's bad, man. I was on for several hours last night. Now I'm doing this now, and now I'm going to go on tonight for a studio show. So I'm hoping that I have enough throat left to get all this done. See the palm trees? That's kind of what we're known for here. Fort Myers is actually known as the city of palms. And the original palm trees were planted by Thomas Alva Edison himself down on McGregor Boulevard. And then that tradition has been continued. This road here, Palm Beach Boulevard, is actually a continuation of McGregor Boulevard, which is the road that started the whole palm tree thing. So they planted them along this road as well. These are royal palms. It's funny because they're not actually indigenous to this part of Florida. We have cabbage palms here, but people don't consider the cabbage palms to be quite as attractive as the royal palms. So a lot of times they would plant the royal palms. Yep, there we go. Got the big buildings coming up here on the right. That's the Oasis, which is just recently renamed Harbor Grand. And I remember back when that was originally being built, I was actually doing some security work at the time and worked for those people through a third party, through a security service. And that's a hell of a place. And then you got the Beau Rivage right here. You got several more of them just right here in a row. Yeah, Palm Beach Landings. And then this one here is Altadena or something. Anyway, right here on the left is where I work. That's the broadcast center. And we're going to be moving out of that building soon into our new building. They've been in that building since Wink Radio first went on the air in 1929. It's a legacy radio station. They're still broadcasting on FM at 100,000 watts. I work for the talk radio station there, and we are currently the number one radio station in this market. I think we'll go through downtown. I could go north here and we could go north to the river, but I think we'll go through downtown. It's a little more scenic. Fort Myers is a small town. We don't have a huge urban center. As a matter of fact, if you look straight ahead there, you see that big building? That big building is actually 6 blocks the other side of downtown. So it's just not that big. It's about 10 blocks by 8 blocks. That we consider our downtown Fort Myers. And the thing with downtown is here, there is some nightlife. They do art walks. They do all kinds of different sidewalk things. And, you know, it's nice in that respect that they, they do some things here. But it's not like you would see in a big city. This is a brand new place on the left called the Ivy. And it's part of the gentrification of downtown, where everything gets nicer and the rent goes up, and now nobody can afford to live where they used to live. There's that's the big library on the left. I'm still not sure why we're building libraries. Not many people walk in there, but hey, we've got a library, right? I mean, they just built a big, huge, brand new one in North Fort Myers that hardly nobody goes to. I don't know. I'll never understand how we hold on to things. It's like we still get papers delivered, you know? I mean, we hang on to things. And I get it. It's nostalgia in a way. We don't want to let go. But things like libraries and newspapers, we would be better off reallocating those funds and those resources to something else. And this is it right here. This is the main downtown area. They've come in and done all the brick cobblestone streets and all that. Mostly brick. And, it's pretty nice down here. As you can see, not even really, this is Sunday afternoon. Now, it's been raining on and off. When it rains on and off, you don't get as many people walking down here. There's not a contiguous covered walkway, so you don't really get a lot of people down here on a rainy day. Again, this is downtown Fort Myers, Florida. And there's the United States Courthouse on the left. That's the federal building. That was one of the first federal buildings that was built after the bombing of the Murrah building in Oklahoma. And the consequence to that, this building was built to the brand new standard. It was the first federal building to be built to the new standard. The front of the building is rounded. It's not a flat front. The sides are kind of rounded, and there is a complete underground parking. There's a complete underground parking garage that's all protected, and the people go park underground. But you can see there on the left, that building is rounded. It's actually rounded front, and that way, if a truck with some kind of boom thing, I don't want to use all the words because I'll get demonetized. But if a truck pulls up there and does its thing, some of the blast will be directed around the building and will reduce the amount of damage that the building will have to suffer. Anyway, here we go. This is the Caloosahatchee Bridge. This is that bridge that they completely screwed up. They closed this bridge down for over 10 consecutive weeks completely. And they did it to reduce the size of the lanes. Look how narrow the lanes are. And so they could put that bike path over on the other side over there. And this was one of the biggest colossal failures of government we've had down here in a long time. It was federal COVID money, and it was either spend it or lose it type of thing. And they decided to tear this poor old bridge up. Look, they didn't even have enough money at the end to refinish the lanes. But they put that walkway over there, and look, hey, there's one person out walking. It's literally ridiculous what they've done to this bridge. Trucks have to use the outside lane. The inside lane is only 10 foot wide. They're non-standard lanes. But it was more important than safety was that we wanted to get pedestrians across the bridge. The problem is pedestrians don't really need to cross this bridge that much. And those two there, and the other one we saw, 3, all fitness walkers. Fitness walkers don't count. All right, we're coming into North Fort Myers. Let me check the chat. Yeah, raining in Texas. Myers, this is oh, it says I'm live. Well, live all this time. Another big development going in on the right over there. That's where our Walmart used to be. That's where the old Walmart building was. They ripped it down and put in this whole cookie cutter multifamily type thing. But Perkins don't look very busy. Nothing looks busy today. Sometimes when it rains overnight and it rains in the morning, people go ahead and change their plans for the day. A lot of people will be like, I don't need to go to the mall today. I don't really need to go to Walmart today. I don't really need to do this today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just blow it off. Just stay home today. And I think that's what happened today because the traffic is very light. Downtown, very few people. And I think a lot of folks it was raining pretty hard around 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock this morning in South Fort Myers. It was pouring. And so I think that's kept a lot of people home today. All right, I'm going to be destinating here in just a few minutes. I'll keep you guys on for another few minutes, and then I'm just letting you know, coming up here in about 5 minutes, I am going to be arriving at my destination. So I'll be turning this off. I don't know, I may do something later. I don't know. I'm definitely going on tonight at 9 p.m. We're going to do our Sights and Sounds of Earth, which is a news and science show that we do, a non-politically based news and science show. And we have a good time with that. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see, what else was there real quick. There's been quite a bit of seismic activity all across the globe, and we'll talk about that. There's even been a little bit inside the country and down in the Caribbean. That storm system that we've been watching, they've gone back to about a 20% chance now. It's come into some wind shear, and it's just not looking that good. That threat that we've been watching coming into the Eastern Caribbean looks like it's going to wash out. Other than that, we've got low pressure forming off the west coast of Florida and the Gulf of America. That is going to continue to sit out there. They're not forecasting genesis or the formation of a storm, but it is possible that it could bring a lot of rain to Florida, or even have some rudimentary development as a tropical system. So I think it would be good to watch that one. And we'll be deep diving all the tropics tonight, as always. And we'll be checking on Kilauea, which has been spitting and spoofing. A couple days ago, actually shot lava about 60 feet in the air for a little while, and then it calmed back down again. She gets grumpy, that one. And so we'll check that out. It really wants to go big and go wild, but it just can't quite make it happen right now. Let's see what else is going on out there. We're going to check news. We'll see if there's any protesting going on. Being that it's Sunday night, there might be some protesting going on. I'm not aware of any. If you guys have never watched our show, you might check it out. It's a neat show where we actually have views from all over the planet up there all the time. So you guys, when I'm talking about different things and I'm showing graphics, the whole time you're able to see what's going on around the world. It's pretty cool. And it's kind of a neat, I call it an ADD format. It's great for folks with ADD because there's always 5 different things going on. And check it out. I do commentary, but I also cover news. We do breaking news, police pursuits, manhunts, anything science, of course, especially weather, space weather, and the like. And auroras, and we do all that kind of stuff. So come check it out. I stay away from the politics. We get enough of that shit everywhere else. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go now. I'm just about to arrive at my destination. I'm destinating, as they say. I will. I'll see you guys tonight, hopefully at 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. This has been a live drive on Starship Adventures, and I hope to see you on the next adventure or down the log. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. 7 3s.